Alright, let's get it, guys. Get your asses out in the cold. Yeah, I've been practicing the Wim Hof method for a little bit. The Wim Hof method, it's pretty simple. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, hold it. Inhale, hold it. Exhale. You breathe. You just fucking breathe. That's all it is. It cracks me up. Everyone's studying over this and everything. You just breathe. Wim Hof, in his book and everything, he's got a better instructional. But like, he kind of like hyperventilates, but it's controlled. He warms up his rib cage. That's what's happening. Because his core body heat is going down. But when you warm up your rib cage, because you got these muscles in between your ribs called your intercostal muscles that you need to warm up. So it's actually hard to breathe. You can't just wake up in the morning and start hyperventilating and then get out in the cold. Because it takes some time. Especially if you're older, if you're younger, it's a lot easier. But when you get older and stuff, nah, it's pretty difficult. But man, like because I've been a fan of Wim Hof for so long. I mean, Stanley Superhumans, that old TV show, if you guys remember, if you're my age, he was the Iceman. I guess Wim Hof, when he was younger, he fell asleep on I believe his friend's porch, and then this storm came through and he got frozen over, but he stayed alive. And it doesn't make any sense. I mean, they found him and everything and he's okay, but the kid was frozen over. It was ridiculous. And then since then, he was obsessed with the cold. And what happened was, which he probably did on accident, is he did the breathing. He just calmed himself down. He warmed up his body. He was pushing blood through his body. I mean, that's what breathing is. And you can use this for anything. I mean, Wim Hof has taken breathing to the absolute limits. I mean, they're studying him in universities right now. But like, oh my God, like, I love this guy. I could talk about him 24/7, honestly. But I mean, this is the reason why people tell you to breathe when you're anxious, when you're angry. Get blood flowing. You can't think. Or if you freeze up like on a speech or speaking, like just breathe. The answer is breathing. Oh, check this out. Beautiful, right? Beautiful. Gotta make more videos out here. This is like 5 minutes away from my house. The Cleveland Metro Parks. Man, Cleveland is so underrated. Oh, look at that. We're getting some sun right now too. Hell yeah. Nah, but Wim Hof is absolutely incredible. I mean, like, what he could do with his body, and anybody could do this. I mean, like, people look at me like I'm a crazy person, especially right now. You know, I'm walking out here with my shirt off, with my just in shorts. But like, this is what it means to be a human. This is normal. This is how we're supposed to be. But no one's breathing. Like, everybody's breathing is off. Like, you gotta learn how to breathe. As funny as that sounds, this is why the Wim Hof method is so difficult for a lot of people, because people can't sit there and breathe. They're arrogant about it. Like, no one's gonna teach me how to breathe. I breathe every day. I do it just fine. But I would say you're not breathing to 100% efficiency. 100% efficiency. Yeah. Yeah, when I first discovered I could do this, I mean, I'd always do the breathing, like walking stuff out in the cold. Never worked. Had no control over my breath, though. I remember, though, walking home one day. I mean, it's pretty fucking cold. Said it was 21. Didn't feel like that. 21 degrees. And I'm walking home, and everything's icy, so I'm watching my step and everything, so I don't eat shit. And then I realized, when I was doing the breathing, I started sweating. I started taking off layers. I took off my hat. But then I'm like looking around, because I thought it just got warm all of a sudden, right? Just using logic. But nah, it didn't get warm. It was still just as cold. I was checking my phone. Ice was around everywhere. Almost like ice was everywhere around me. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I'm sweating my ass off doing this breathing. I'm like, did it fucking work? And then I took it up a notch. So I actually didn't have a car from like, let me see, off the top of my head, I don't remember actually. It was 2020, yeah, August 2020 to November 2021. And I was trying to fight was trying to be an MMA fighter. I had to get to practice. I had to ride my bike there. My gym was 20 miles away. It's pretty ridiculous. 20 miles away, and I had a bike there. I was already using the Wim Hof method. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I'm gonna put it to the test. This would be perfect. Ride 20 miles, go spar in the cold, because I was riding my bike in the winter. Should have froze my ass off. But yeah, I was doing this method every single day, practicing this. Oh, check this out, I gotta show this to you. I mean, it looks better probably through my eyes than just on the camera, but it looks absolutely beautiful out here. But yeah, like, I was riding my bike and then sparring, doing rounds at my gym. And it was so unbelievable. Like, no one believed me. I mean, everyone's like, it's bullshit. He's picking up an Uber around the corner. Even when I did tell them I rode my bike, they're like, this doesn't make sense. But I'm laughing at them. It makes perfect sense. This is what it means to be human. Human beings are made to do this. I mean, like, especially if you live in Europe or like mountainous countries. Like, I mean, this is in your DNA. Well, not in my DNA. Where I'm from, it's like 60 degrees. Honestly, the coldest it gets. So, like, trust me, this is in my genetics. But as a human breathing, a human being, I can breathe. I control my breath. I can do so many things with my breath. Like, it's crazy. Like, right now, I'm warm as hell. I did a bunch of Wim Hof before I got here. Jumped in the car. Now, obviously, I'm a little distracted. But it's insane. It's absolutely insane. Yeah, check it out. Look at that. Beautiful. But yeah, I was doing this going up to the gym because I rode my bike 20 miles. I'll do some more Wim Hof breathing. And then I go do 6, 7, sometimes 8 rounds. And then strength and conditioning after. It was outrageous. Absolutely worth it. And I proved it to myself over and over again because it takes practice. The Wim Hof method, and I really had to humble myself because it's just breathing at the end of the day. Like, that's what it is. I had to humble myself because I was arrogant. That, like, I knew how to breathe. No one's gonna tell me how to breathe. This, or like, just realized how big my ego was. But I had to humble myself. And then I can actually do feats like this that I'm doing right now in front of you. And it's not even bad. Like, I'm ready for the cold. I don't even get sick like this. Just taking a risk, honestly. That's what it is. A risk that our ancestors have taken for thousands of years, just the way they live. Look at that. That is a beautiful shot right there. But it's unbelievable for how much this has done to my body. Man, and I was doing that for a year. I didn't even want to stop. I mean, that was such a great time in my life. When I didn't have a car, I felt like a kid. And especially when I came to the gym after riding 20 miles, surpassing human limits, honestly, and then go spar, I felt unbelievable. No one could understand how I felt. I mean, people try to shit on me and stuff, like I don't have a car, I'm like a broke boy. Like, fuck no, you don't know what you're missing out on. Car is some pussy shit at the end of the day. I mean, look at this. Look, come on. I don't give a fuck. Car is the biggest luxury possible. Man, the cold just makes you feel so good and you're just in the present. Like, I'm just like beaming. I'm just blowing up with energy after, I mean, doing the breath work, getting in the present, becoming present in the moment with the cold, doing vigorous exercise and even more, passing limits. I mean, I had no idea I was capable of this. And I mean, that's why I love Wim Hof so much. He made me realize this about myself. Because everyone has such a low, and their egos are so big, but their self-esteem is so low. Because as a human, we can do so much. It's outrageous. Unbelievable. I want to do a bunch of more videos on the Wim Hof method. I want to show you guys what I do, my process. I'm going to keep talking about this more. And as a part of my training program also, it's cold therapy. Not everybody can do it. takes a certain type of person. If you're a healthy young individual like me, yeah, you're gonna be good to go. But not everyone should be doing this. No, not everybody. And when I say stuff like, if you got like heart problems, because this is why the cold's so tough to be in, because we're freezing our asses off. We go into anxiety, our heart's beating. And if you got any heart problems or anything at all, I would stay away from this, like completely. There's other things we can do. Like right now, I'm doing the most extreme, walking out here. Everybody's inside, getting warm. Like no one's gonna do this shit. But there's smaller things you could do to build yourself up to this, which I did along the way. Look at this behind me. I gotta make more videos down here. Like, look, this is absolutely incredible. Like the background in this video, absolutely beautiful. This is when everybody should be outside, honestly. Like, holy shit. Another thing too, I love nature, but I don't get to enjoy nature in the winter. Like this is insanely beautiful. Like, you can't admire nature. Everybody wants to be out in nature in the summer, but what about the other seasons? Absolutely. Yeah, I'm going all over the place. I'm just thinking about so many damn things right now. Blood rushing through my body. Obviously nature itself. Yeah, but basically the entirety of this video is going to be me just walking in the snow. And then I'm going to come right back. See, I'm not the best at this. I'm still growing. It's a practice. You get better every single day. But when I do start feeling cold or a little bit tingly, I just start doing my breathing. And that's when you should breathe. When any moment life gets difficult, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, always go back to your breath. It's so cliche. They've been telling us since we were so young, honestly, that we should just breathe. We do it every single second to stay alive. This is why we lose respect for it, because it's always there. We take it for granted. It's hilarious. What's the key to everything? Absolute key. It was an awesome video, guys. I'm gonna do more of this because I want to prove it to you guys. Because they can't say they faked it. Well, I don't know these days with AI and everything, but you can't say I faked it. I'm filming it right here. You come and join me. Just DM me. But hey, if you want this to be a part of your life, I can help you out. Send me a message. Hit me up. Comment down below. Get in contact with me. I can help you. The 3 pillars of my training that I'm going to help you guys with is your mental, your psychology, your training, the physical, the nutrition, the food you're putting in your body. Message me down below for one-on-one coaching if you want to lock in with me 2025, and if you want a little bit of cold training in your practice if you're open-minded to it.